Hello, welcome back to Tomorrow Will Be Dying. Last time we left off, everyone found out that each other existed, and the reason generally why everyone ran away. So now, we're at the bakery, where we're gonna meet that cute girl. Okay, let's begin. Oh, also, before I forget, and hopefully, unless my short-term memory has ruined me, my name is Emma. There we go. Okay. This is... I come here all the time. Isn't this... Well, isn't that funny? We're right across from B's place over there. This is top class. In my book, at least. Don't bash on N! Leave this man alone! He's working for his family. What are you standing there for? Let's go already. Bing. Oh, there she is! What's this? Pen. Huh? Why, if it isn't N, I almost thought you weren't going to show up today. Sorry I'm late. You brought friends? Yes, these are my old friends from high school. Oh, it's you. Thank you so much for your help the other day. I didn't do much. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Oh, you know each other? We've run into each other in the past. What's your name? B? That's a funny name. I mean, to be fair, your name is Pen. You run a bakery. Your name is literally bread. Chill. That dog really has it out for me, huh, B? Dog? You don't mean... Yep. Oh, Mao. Didn't you pick up Mao, though? Come on. Mao? The dog belongs to her. Go on, see? Apologize on his behalf. I'm sorry for any trouble Mao caused. Oh, don't be. I won't rest until I've made friends with that little doggy. Yes! The dog kinship continues! I even chased him around this morning. I'm glad to hear that. Is that why you're sleeping on the job? I was sleeping? This isn't a dream. Is it? Oh god, she's airheaded too. She's even better! You really are out of it, Missy. Are you on any medications by chance? Oh, no. I'm sorry. It's just the way you're dressed. I thought you were the fairy queen from my dreams. I love her so much. How flattering. Honestly, I get so few customers. I can't help but fall asleep. That's so sad. Is it though? More rest for her. What is that? I guess you guys are unaware. This is one of the most haunted neighborhoods in the prefecture. Haunted? Oh, so it's ghosts. That explains it. Like hell it does. Oh, do tell, and Senpai, I always loved your ghost stories. The gang is all back together and they're just doing their thing. Pen? You rent this place at a super low price, right? I never told you that, did I? Don't tell me. And B, how cheap is your rent? It's dirt cheap. But to be fair, the landlord does make B hunt the cockroaches. Thought so. No one wants to live around here. As it so happens, many people have taken their lives on this very spot. It's a highly stigmatized lot. Really? You know, she said never told me. Oh, that means he owns the bakery too, right? You knew she? The friendly old man who owns this building. Friendly? Friendly? Anyway, that does explain some things. Legally, he only needs to inform the first tenant who moves in after the deceased. There are laws about this? Laws exist in this world? What? So I've been cursed the whole time. That's why I don't get any business. Technically, yes, I guess. I think it's more like you're closed half the time chasing dogs. So, A bona fide haunted bakery. I've never heard of a haunted bakery before in my life. It could be the first one in all of history. What nature of ghost are we talking about here? Ghost hunting adventure! Years ago, two sumo wrestlers fought on this very ground. Their rivalry was the subject of legends. Rumor has it that the moment they were born, they were pushing and shoving each other around in the womb. They're actually twins. So they were twins. Oh. No, but they were born at the exact same time, from the same mother. So they were twins. Yeah, I feel the same. What? When one passed away due to an accident, the other took his own life, because he knew he could never face his rival again. It happened right here in the ring they trained together. Of course, they built on top of it. Come to think of it, ... Animals are supposedly more attuned to the spiritual world. God, everyone here really does love the occult. Maybe that's why Pen's been having trouble with Mao? Are you a ghost, Pen? What do you think, Ensan? Very possible. I have to call the Mori Shrine. You guys aren't buying this, are you? You won't need to call anyone. We've got the best bet in town right here. Our dear senpai here can commune with ghosts. Not this crap again. Do tell, do tell. What secrets do you have up your sleeve, En? We used to summon and drive out things all the time. It's been a long time. I might be a little rusty. I'll be counting on you guys. I'll help out however I can. This is her first one then. Because En graduated. No, En left before she could... How are we going to do this? Considering the nature of our spirits here, I think our best bet is to hold a conversation with them. If only ghosts weren't going to budge. If any ghosts aren't going to budge, it's two sumos. Right? Right, there's no ghost around, right? Because I won't be able to sleep at night if there's any ghosts. We could try a game of 10 stories. 10 stories? What's that? Oh, I remember this one. It's simple. Light 10 candles and arrange them in a circle. Then we take turns telling 10 ghost stories between us. So 10 total, I think? When the person's story is finished, they blow out a candle. Once the last candle is out, we should be able to talk to the sumos. So each one tells two, because there's 5 people. I know math. Is that really how it works? I think so. I feel like there's something missing, though. The ritual circle! Bah, don't sweat the details. Where are we even gonna get candles? Don't worry, I have some in my backpack. Seriously? Future exorcist here, man. Why is he working at the gas station? We can be an exorcist. I always have them on hand, just in case. Just in case of what? Thank you very much, everyone. And that's ending on a happy note. The end. Everyone died. Who would like to start? I'll go. Please. Here's a creepy tale I picked up along my travels. I'm told this is a true story. There was this little boy. We'll call him E. He was walking in a cave. Why? No one really knows. Regardless, he eventually heard a creaking sound. Creak? It was then that something, or someone, taps him on the shoulder. He jumped out of his shoes and bolted. So frightened that he didn't even mind the piercing sensation of gravel against his bare feet. He's wearing socks. There's no gravel hitting his bare feet. He ran and ran and ran, but he could still hear the sound of someone following him. At last, he found a trash can and hid inside of it. The dream place. When he finally took a peek outside, it was... his shoes! No! His shoes! Wow, what fear. Imagine your shoes. Actually, no, I think I'd be scared anyway. Okay, 1 candle down. The hell was that? I don't want to rattle Pen too badly. Looks like you still rattled her pretty good. So who tapped you on the shoulder? I don't know. Probably a ghost or something. Oh, then that's pretty scary then. Please blow out a candle. Whistle. I guess we're going clockwise, so... B-san, if you would. Me? I don't know any... I mean, I only know some creepypastas, but I don't know, man. Okay, I've got one. This is a true story. From me. I experienced it. Yes. I know what this one's doing. I was walking in a forest finding dragonflies. Something landed on me, broke all my bones. I still don't get payment for that. It was A. Oh god, the horror. Then she pushed me into a hole. Slander, I didn't push anyone. Then she fell in too, like an idiot. And I had to spend my whole evening with her. The end. Yay! Quality ghost story! Did that all really happen? What do you think? It's just a legend. I'm not sure if that counts. It physically and psychologically scarred me, so it better count. Besides, it's scarier than A's stupid shoes story. She's got a point. Okay, then please blow out a candle. Would you like to go next, Pen? Oh no, that's alright. I'm not very good at telling stories, especially not spooky ones. I'd probably bore you all to tears. Alright then. C-san, do you have any? No laughing, okay? Promise, maybe. This is a true story. One time I was looking through my telescope when a UFO came from the sky and beamed me up. Inside their spaceship, 2 tall, gray-skinned people with black, beady eyes appeared. They had huge heads, probably full of brains and goop. Ew! The next thing I can remember, I was back in bed. I sat up and, with tears in my eyes, oh man, it's hard to speak. I'm so scared. Whoa! I sat up with tears in my eyes and inexplicably whispered, Roswell. I told you not to laugh. Roswell? Roswell, she said. And? What? Was that story actually so stupid that N is speechless? No, that was a good one. Please blow out a candle. Really? It counts? Nice. As long as we get this all done, kiddos. Seriously? Roswell. So it's N's turn now? Oh, right. Oh, here's one. One day, I was biking on my way to work. I stopped by a convenience store to pick up lunch, and that's when I saw it. In the corner of my eye, I saw a woman standing in an alleyway. She had long, tangled hair that looked like molasses. All she was wearing was a plain white dress with a ribbon around her collar. She was holding a pair of scissors in her hands. I was very curious about this woman, but I was already running late, so I let her be. Around 4 o'clock, I was biking to my next job. On my way, I went past the convenience store again. I wondered if the woman was still there, so I looked around for her. Bad move, bad move, bad move. Oh, she wasn't, but she seemed to have left something behind. It was a trash bag. Her scissors were stabbed into it, leaving a hole with a horribly putrid smell emanating from it. It smelled like rotten fish and eggs. As curious as I was, I didn't dare get any closer, but free scissors, you know! Even from that far away, the stench was going to make me vomit. Just weak, N. You're just weak. Afterwards, I felt awful at work, like I could barely stand. My boss sent me home early that day. For weeks, I couldn't get the image of that woman and the smell out of my mind. In fact, I couldn't stop smelling that pungent scent. I didn't know how to get rid of it. It was driving me insane. Then one day, I realized there was this reason the smell wasn't going away. There was a package in my room. I had no idea how it got in there. I would have remembered if I brought a box like that into my room. It didn't have a name or return address or anything. Slowly I approached it, the smell getting stronger and stronger with each step. After a moment of hesitating, I opened the box. What I saw was her dress. The terrible stench was coming from her dress, but I could tell it was hers from the ribbon around the collar. Everyone starts sweating, except instead of being a pure snow white color, it was a piercing scarlet red. After moments of sitting there in a cold sweat, I finally noticed the dress was wrapped in something thick and black. I undid the knot and pulled it off, and that's when I realized it was long, tangled, and looked like molasses. It was hair. Alright, we're kicking him out of the room. No more spooks. Holy shit. Henson, is that really a true story? Who's to say? And I was already having trouble sleeping. How did this go from sumo wrestlers to this? I just remembered something. Ooh, did you remember more details? No. It's about the game of 10 stories. It's actually supposed to be done by a single... So we fucked up. Come on. We fucked up. I don't know if it'll work otherwise. If we keep going like this, we need to tell 100 stories. The 10 stories version isn't for multiple storytellers. Oh, really? I must have missed that detail. Then this was all a big waste of time. And a waste of candles. Also, I realized something. N for 9 on the hat. Okay, that's all I realized. Sorry, everyone. Pen, you'll have to do this by yourself later. What? I hope you can come up with 10 ghost stories. What? Do they all have to be true stories? No, as long as they're scary. So we were already completely failing. What do I do when the ghosts appear? Not sure. Try asking for what they want. They might have a request or something like that. Oh, I'll do my best. And I was having so much fun fucking around. I had some good damn stories lined up. Oh well, I'll save them for when we do the 100 stories game. We're never gonna fall asleep. Not happening. Now, can we eat? I haven't eaten anything all day. I just fed you. We have oh. We don't have oranges. Oh, well, of course. Welcome to Pens. You know what? As thanks for helping me today, I'll give you these on the house. You're so sweet! Is this a bag of bread crusts? Yeah! It's huge. Huge or not, I'd hardly call that a reward. Oh no, do you not like them? It's En's favorite, so I just assumed you would. Really? Well, not exactly. I just can't afford much else. I didn't know you were having that hard of a time. B, that's rude. But Pen, your bread crusts are usually free anyway. Oh, you're right. I'm sorry, I'm just so forgetful sometimes. Oopsie daisies. Then I'll give you all bags of full slices of bread. Wow, we're living the luxurious life now. Come on, Anne, since this is on the house, don't you want something a little more advanced? This is the best day of my life. Okay, never mind. Thank you so much, Pan-san. This bread looks yummy. Yeah, thank you. Oh, it's no problem at all. Come back anytime soon, you guys. I'd love to see you all again. And please ward off the ghost for me. Thank you. Whoa. It's too damn cold to be eating like this outside. Sorry, my place can't fit 4 people inside. And there's no way in hell I'm letting A into my room. Boo! A? What are you gonna do without the car tonight? We go wherever the wind takes us, darling. So you don't know. Why are you living in an Ace car seat, son? Well, never mind. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Then allow me. She's set on the path to become a bona fide layabout, courtesy of yours truly. You know, birds of a feather, we stick together. She'll soon become just like me. I'm actually creating a duplicate of her right now, but she doesn't need to know. She dropped out of school? Shut up, eh? She hasn't dropped out, she's just skipping. Yeah. And we don't actually live in the car. There's an abandoned shack in the forest next to Mori's shrine. I transformed it into my humble abode. And that's how the forest ghost legend happened. Forest ghost? Some kids in the neighborhood thought that was a ghost in Komorebi Forest, but it turned out to be a... I bet I was pulling pranks on those poor kids and scared them half to death. To be honest though, she's more of a fairy. But I mean, if it is what it is. How could you accuse me of such things, Bee? I'm a woodland fairy, not a woodland phantom. Agreed. I don't know. You pulled it off pretty easily with your creepy eyes and demonic smile. I am both shocked and appalled. That's amazing, eh? I would be honored to be the ghost in someone's horror story. Oh, it's easy. Let down all your hair, wear a white robe, and stand by the outskirts of the forest until someone passes by. It's a foolproof plan. Okay, so you're definitely speaking from experience, you fiend! How dare you scare the children? So, is that why you were in the forest with A yesterday? Oh, yeah. Tao and I thought you could have been hiding in the forest, so... Well, I should be going to work now. Do you ever sleep? On week? Oh my god, sir. Tell me you at least sleep 24 hours on the weekend. Unfortunately, I'll be leaving now too. I have some, business to attend to. Bee, would you be a dear and walk C home for me? I fear she'll be abducted by aliens again if she's alone at night. I'm more scared of you than aliens. Sure, I could do that. I mean, if C's okay with it. Yeah, that sounds fine. Good. We always make sure we have consent. Oops, we have consent in this community. Always. There's some stuff I want to talk about with you anyway. Okay. Perfect. Well, I'm off then. See ya! Ta-ta, kiddos! Have fun, you two. Bye, Bee. See ya. And it was nice meeting you, C. Yeah, likewise. And now it's just the two of us. Back to the OG duo. You're a pretty good actor, C. Huh? You've been able to act normal the whole day. At least, maybe 10. I think I caught on. Oh. It was that obvious? Yeah. Every time our eyes met, you'd pretend to look somewhere else. You read my note, right? I did. Did Mom see it too? She did. How is she? Your grandpa told me she's waiting for you to come back. Huh. Waiting for me, huh? That's what she says, but I bet she doesn't really care. She's too busy to deal with a problem child like me. Dude, this is low-key barely a problem child. Don't you get it? Get what? Your mom isn't giving up on you. She's choosing to respect your decision. And Tao tries not to show it, but he's really worried about you too. And when you disappeared, it filled me with such an empty feeling. True, I remember that. Like you weren't even the same person somehow. For a while, I was thinking that maybe you were trying to patch things up with your family by running away. But now I'm not sure what you're trying to do. I don't know what about your dad, but your mom and Tao are really stressed about this. Are you really okay with that? No, that's not it. Then what is it? I just want an explanation. But is now the time for it? How about we start walking? I'll tell you along the way. Oh, so now is the time for it. When I saw your face today, I had no idea how to act, especially knowing you probably read the note. It just hammered in how much I regret it all. I thought it was a good idea to leave after all that stuff with Mom and Tao, but it just ended up hurting everyone in the process. But I was just so stressed of being dragged home, and I still am. I just can't handle being around my parents anymore. It's suffocating. And with Tao, it's just hard. We both get heated up really easily. It felt so nice being away from all of it at your apartment, even if it was just for a short while. I did want to stick around a little bit longer, but it wasn't even part of the plan to mooch off you forever. She's sweet, yeah. The real reason I came to you in the first place was, well, I was really worried about you. Oh. When I heard about you skipping classes, I had to do something. I didn't think I could ever become someone important, not at the rate I was going. But I thought I could at least help someone who was. Someone who had a dream to strive for, like Bugs. Coming to your house just backfired though. I'm really sorry. You know, we're not so different. What? Those dreams you mentioned? They're not mine. I'm just following a vague idea of what a couple of dumb kids used to aspire to. I mean, do you ever really know when your dream comes into, like, fruition? I don't even know if I'm the right fit anymore. For this field, that is. It's almost like I've pigeonholed myself. Yeah, that happens too. Granted, that's better than being pigeonholed by your parents. That's also true. I guess it depends on the circumstance, you know? But I'm just like you. I don't know where I'm going either. Oh, so that's why you haven't been bothered to go all this time? Mm-hmm. It's all I've got, though. I don't know what else to do. So, I'm going to keep trying. We're still young, right? Yes, you are! I mean, who really knows what they're doing half the time, you know? I mean, all throughout high school, I was pretty sure I wasn't even going to college. After everything that happened, I feel that's all I deserved. A meager life working in a convenience store. Still better than what I'm doing. It wasn't until late into my third year that I changed course. Everyone showed me so much support. But I knew it was only because they saw Hisao in me. His unfulfilled dreams. The burden of the past, eh? See, whatever you end up doing, I'll be there to support you. Got that? Getting shivvies. Even if it's running away. So, don't go disappearing on me again. I know. Don't worry about it. Alright. I'll trust you. B? Yeah? My parents and our fight, it was about Hisao. I figured as much. You came up as well. My parents were calling you useless. Pursuing a pointless career at a worthless university. Is the Asian parent? What? No, it's not. But like, it's just, you know, a lot of people do like to make fun of what other people do. Like to put them down. Sometimes it makes them feel better, but it's not the way to go, you know? And I feel like they probably know that too. They don't want me to become like you. As if they regarded Hisao a failure. Even though it's because of them that this all happened. It's like they didn't learn anything from his death. See, but I still don't know what happened to Hisao, right? Like, how did he die? Maybe we'll ghost talk to him one day. They think they can give me breathing room and I'll turn around to become a model daughter. Oh, there goes a motorcycle. Since I'm back home now, it just goes wow. I did so poorly on the mock exams. Okay, actually, what the fuck? Okay, they're driving away. I'm not smart or passionate about anything. I'm a terrible role model for Tao. He doesn't respect me at all. And why would he? But like, does he? You don't need to become a role model. You shouldn't feel... Well, it's what happens, but you don't need to become a role model. Because everyone has their own path. Like, maybe maybe Tao just won't become like you, and that's fine. Hisao, he always pursued his passions with everything he had. He was always so strong and bright. Even if I couldn't get along with him, I respected him a lot. Me, on the other hand, I've tried so hard to blend in with everyone, but I've tried so hard to blend that I'm like a giant pile of mush. She's lost herself. It's not fair. I can't be Hisao's replacement. Neither of us can. Anyway, thanks for this. Let's just pass this block. Like Ste could do. Thank you too. What? Why? For checking in on me. Whew. Yes, sir. To be honest, for these past few months, I've been feeling so disconnected to everything I knew before. I said that you felt like a different person earlier, but I feel like I don't even know myself anymore. But when you showed up in the middle of my sleep paralysis episode, it was kind of scary. It felt like you dragged me back to reality. Oh, that was the Hisao thing too. And just like you being there for a couple of days really pushed me to try harder. So, let's push each other, at least for a little longer. B. Yeah, that sounds nice. I think I'll go back home soon, but probably not until the school festival's over. Yeah, do what you will, girl. So how about we start going back to school together? Huh? Like you said a few days ago, I don't actually think the festival's a waste of time. I always felt like I was talentless, but I poured my heart and soul into our play. I even wrote the script for it. Ooh, talented queen. Really? I didn't know you could write. Yeah, well, I actually used to write a lot as a kid. I don't remember why I stopped. This is the first time I've written anything in a while, so I've gotten rusty. But honestly, I feel happy about it. Like, I've actually achieved something. I want to keep accomplishing things that I can be proud of, you know? It's a lot easier to do it when someone's alongside you. And we're both trying to find ourselves, right? So what do you say? Yeah, pinky promise! Yeah. It's a promise. Looking up at the stars like this, another memory slips into my mind. It was during high school. Only a year after Hisao died. We were stargazing like this, walking along on an endless road. Her parents didn't like me much back then either, so she had to sneak out to meet me. We didn't talk about anything that meaningful, really. Just boring shit that only mattered at that age and was forgotten just as fast as it was said. That's just me in general. During those moments of our lives, we were simply lonely. We needed each other's company to feel like we were still in the reality, and that the past 7 or so years weren't just a fever dream. A lot of my life was spent looking down on the ground, because it was like looking for bugs or avoiding other people's gazes. But when I'm with C, I'm forced to look up at the sky. Whoo! During that walk, I could feel how vast it was. The stars suddenly weren't just small dots. The sky wasn't just like a blue ceiling to the world. It was like I could see the entire galaxy from one meaningless spot in the middle of the room. I felt like my eyes were truly open, like a layer of film was peeled away. And in that moment, I felt how truly insignificant and pathetic I was. Grasping onto anything I could do to feel like I was real. Right now, the sky feels a lot smaller. And that's the end! That was Tomorrow We'll Be Dying! This was, I was gonna call it like, no, it kind of is. It's kind of like a slice of life. And yeah, so this is only in demo. And I have to say, and as I said in the last video, they're going to be remaking this game, and I think they're like changing it a lot. So I'll probably put the image of like the demo, whatever, I don't remember, I saw it on Twitter. I'll put it up after like I end. And then I have to say, art is freaking beautiful. Like the vibes that I get, these like very comforting vibes, I guess you could say. Beautiful. The characters, we didn't get that much, I think, about N, or was it A? But the delving into how C and B interact with each other, perfect. I like seeing like everything kind of come together. Even like the part where they reunionized, they had a reunion. I was like, oh my gosh, they've actually reunited, right? This is where the story starts. Like you get that click, you're like, oh, this is where everything will begin. Like everything before this was a little bit of a prologue. This is where the story feels like it actually has begun, because you're exploring the relationship between these people. So yeah, this was Tomorrow We'll Be Dying. I will link the game. I'll maybe also even link like the Twitter page for the team, was it Team Robo? The people that are doing this. And then I will just put little image at the end, right after I cut off. And that'll just be like a quick description of, I think, like the first chapter, or was it like the new demo and or actual game? Because I think there's a new demo out now. So maybe I'll check that out sooner or later. So yeah, as like I'm saying again, this was Tomorrow We'll Be Dying, and I will see you next time. Bye bye! Okay, so just a quick aside, I actually checked, and I will actually be putting 2 demo screens, or 2 demo links in the bottom, because the first one is the one I just played. The next one is actually going to be the demo that was just released this month. So if you want to check out their work, because honestly, it seems that they're working very hard on this, and I really love everything that I saw in the first one, and I've seen the art for the second one, and oh my god, how did this get so much, like, how did it get prettier? Like, how is that even possible? So yeah, I'll put both the links in the bottom, and I'll see you next time.